Hi, my name is Ellie Lee, and I'm a second-year mechanical engineering student. The lecture I decided to do my video on was the first lecture, the piano lecture. I found this especially interesting because I started playing the piano when I was 11 years old. So it was really interesting to get to know exactly what was going on behind what I know how to play. I guess they kind of started off talking about how the piano tone is derived by the simple vibrating strings. These provide a unique tone color or inharmonicity, and inharmonicity is actually the degree to which the frequencies of overtones depart from the harmonic series. And this kind of means how much it deviates from what it's supposed to sound like. So how much it deviates from the harmonic series. The inharmonicity of a string also depends on its physical characteristics, such as tension, stiffness, and length. And these also just kind of have to go back to what it sounds like. This affects the way that the piano is tuned, which deals with octave stretching. When pianos are tuned, if they're tuned by a person, he plays two notes at the same time and listens to the hammer that's beating on the strings, and he tunes to the point that minimizes roughness between the tones. This is especially important in bass and high treble registers. They also talked about how hammer nonlinearity makes the tone color change with volume, which allows your pieces to be more expressive. So this is kind of the difference between loud and soft notes when you're playing the piano, which allows you to be a little bit more creative in your pieces and how they sound. They also talked about how interactions between strings lead to a complex time decay. And time decay is the time it takes for the string to stop vibrating. When played different notes, it allows for them all to create a unique and different sound each time different notes are played together. So when you're playing different notes, if they all stop playing at different times, it allows for the different sounds, and that's kind of how it allows you to create a unique piece of music. Bass notes also have very weak fundamental components. And this is due to the radiative properties of the soundboard. Basically, the longer the string is, the lower the octave it's going to be, but pianos aren't big enough to have room for all of the long strings, so they actually make the strings thicker in order to make their volume or their octave lower. They also talked about psychoacoustics, which I thought was really interesting because it's how we perceive the music to sound. This is particularly, I feel like, important in music because music's all about how your audience hears your music. So it basically deals with the perception of the pitch-based notes and the range of the piano keyboard. Well, that's pretty much what I got out of the lecture. I guess I never really knew that there was so much physics was involved in the piano, and it really made me think about how much we use physics every day and how important it is to everyday life.